Hello, here we are. We're in Cebu City. We finally made it here to the city where we're trying to find a home. And Paula's going to share a brief testimony of the airplane ride over here.
Yes, we were in Puerto Princesa, heading to Manila to pick up our bags to head to Cebu. And by mistake, I put a very large container of liquid in our carry-on bag. So during X-ray, they said, "Ma'am, you have to bring it to the check-in bag." So as I went back to the counter, the lady stopped me at the counter and said, "Would you like to go on an earlier flight?" Because we were on I think almost the last flight of the night. And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then she said, "Oh, because the other flights might be canceled." So I was like, "Great, yeah, sounds good." So we went back, and actually all the flights were being delayed almost around 2 hours. So our new airplane finally landed, and in that transition, they canceled the original flight that we were on. So it was just awesome what God did through that little mess up of mine. So it was really awesome.
And it was if we didn't have that switch, we would have missed probably our next flight from Manila to Cebu, and so we would have lost all the money
and our reservation
for Manila that night and all of that. So it was just God's mercy and grace and just His favor and just directing us rightly.
And we were sitting right in the front. They put us right in the front seat.
They put us right in the front two seats, and it was awesome. It was a good little trip. So finally we're here in Cebu. We stayed in our an apartment for the first week because we were going to try to find a home, So we just stayed at a less expensive place just to have the time to go out and search and connect with some people and stuff. And the first night here, we were looking for water out in the street, and we saw this strip mall that went back into the back where you couldn't really see well, but we saw this sign stick out to us that said Yahweh Study Room. And so we're like, "Oh, that's interesting, so let's go see what that is." So we went out there, and it just pointed to a little convenience store thing. And we're like, "Oh, okay, there's nothing really going on here." But then we heard worship music right next to it. And so we just ended up kind of budging our way through the door, and we noticed there was a worship team that was worshiping, and they ended up being charismatic Catholics, which was really interesting. I'd never seen charismatic Catholics before, so it was kind of I won't go into detail, but we had some good conversation with them, and we had a time of prayer for each other afterwards. But their worship, I have a short video clip I'll post also. A short video clip of them actually worshiping, it was really powerful and it was anointed. All their songs came from IHOP, and they implemented them into their worship, and they were singing in the Spirit, praying in the Spirit, praying in tongues. I mean, everything was just like IHOP, and it was just really powerful, a very good time, and we just connected with them on such a heart level. They were so full of love, sincere and passionate for Jesus. And it was really cool, and it was funny because one of the worship leaders said, "Hey, do you have Sean's number from the House of Prayer here?" And I said that I had connected with him on Facebook, but I hadn't got his phone number yet. So he gave me his number, and I didn't text Sean yet, but the next day Sean texted me his number through Facebook anyways. And so it's just funny how God kind of made that connection to Sean, which is the leader of the Cebu House of Prayer. And so we met with him later and his wife, and just had a really good time with them. And we really just felt at home when we went to their service at the Cebu House of Prayer, and it was just this feels like a prayer room, feels like we're Kansas City again, and we just felt like we bonded with like-minded people once again. So it was really nice. And so right now we're in
the YWAM house.
In the YWAM house. And we're staying with some YWAMers here and some fellow friends from Kansas City too.
Awesome.
And so it's been awesome. It's been really fun. Just ministering to people through our day-to-day lives and just feeding the kids on the street. There's so much poverty. It's just so sad. But we're wanting to kind of, give them food, give them water, things that they need. And just try to share the love of Jesus as much as possible with them, even though there is a little language barrier. but they do understand when you say God loves you. They do understand that. And so we've been praying for people. We saw a couple miracles. A lady's neck got healed, and I saw a young man's toothache get healed as well. And so different things have been happening. But it's kind of been praying that we will receive the Lord's heart and the strategy on how to minister to these people, because they know God, but they don't know God. They hear about it because it's a big religious thing here, and plus there's something called Este Niño, or what's it?
It's just another festival holiday thing. Worship here.
They worship it's supposed to be the baby Jesus, but it's actually an idol, and it's really it's turned into a big party time.
Just different traditional things here that they have throughout the year.
And so we're trying to find a way to strategically evangelize and minister to people by understanding. We need to study and understand some of that a little bit more, but
pray for us.
Just pray for us with that.
For revelation and God's heart for this nation.
Yeah, and just because there's just a lot of even just the whole immoral stuff in the streets that's happening. I mean, we can go into detail, but we won't right now. But it's heartbreaking. It can almost it can get you angry, just seeing it over and over again. So it's just really, we need the heart of compassion. We need God's love. We need His strategy on how to do this, what He has called us to do here. So
keep on praying for us.
Pray for us to find a home.
We'll be here until we find a home.
Yeah, so we're hoping this week we will find something. Hopefully, it's hard because we want to stay in a place close to the house of prayer and the people we know, but also that's safe and that's at a good price that we can afford, and not something super expensive or something super cheap that's in an unsafe area. So just be praying for those specific things, and we'll keep you updated. We wanted to have a place already by now to kind of
update you guys
update
and
you a little bit better,
but we will soon.
Yeah, we'll get some consistency going, and some things will be unfolding in the days ahead. So
we'll update you guys in a couple of days or next week.
Yeah. So thank you. We love each and every one of you. Bless you guys. Bye-bye.